Hey, it's Gothy, and I'm doing some cross-stitch updates. So last week was kind of a write-off for me, actually the last week and a half. I mean, it happens. I mean, it's part and parcel of having both a physical disability that varies day to day and having a mental illness on top of that. So sometimes I just go through periods of time where I just can't get the energy or motivation to film or really do much else for that matter. So I haven't got much stash. I have a few new needle minders that I might show off. I did put them up on Instagram, and I think that's pretty much all I've got stitching stash wise. What I would like to show off is something that I got today. My younger sister just spent 5 weeks in Europe, and she got me a couple of little things while she was over there. So one of them is a little Sailor Moon keychain, which is really cool because I am obsessed with Sailor Moon. I love Sailor Moon. And I also got a little Spider-Man Lego keyring because Spider-Man, obviously. But the thing I mostly want to show off, because this is absolutely gorgeous, but it's a Nightmare Before Christmas goblet. So we've got Crazy Smile Jack on one side and Smiling Jack on the other. And this is really nice. So I've just noticed it still has the price on it. But yeah, no, I love this, and I cannot wait to drink wine from it because it's so awesome. I don't know if I will actually drink from it. I might just collect it because it's really nice. But very happy with this. So cross stitch update wise, I have a couple of little finishes which I put up here. So I made these two little key rings. So Deadpool and Loki on one side, and this one has Deadpool and Wolverine. And I finished this little Deadpool one. So I've just got to even up the fabric a little bit because the measurements on the actual pattern were a little bit off. So that ended up a lot less centered than planned. I made a new start on the Tilton Crafts. I actually started this on 25 count Lugana, and I just wasn't happy with the way it looked. It just didn't look right. So I picked up one of the meters of 18 count that I have. So it's all in there in a giant butterfly clip, which strangely comes in handy. So I've restarted it on 18 count. I haven't done much on this one, and actually while I have it out I might just switch over the needle minder, because now I have a needle minder that is perfect for this one. I just have to get all the plastic and stuff out of the way. There we go. Close that drawer, because I'm going to use my Victoria Francis needle minder. This one turned out amazing. Like, I love the needle minders from No More Lost Needles. They all turn out really great, but this one's just like perfect. It's clear and it's really bright, and I love it. So this one is Almost Time, which is the pretty gothic lady in purple with the gothic guy behind him. So that's the one I'm stitching. I've put the pattern somewhere in the pile of paper over there, and I don't want to go through it right now. So, oh wait. No, it's there somewhere. Okay. It's just in a pile of paper, so, yeah, but that's the Tilton Craft that I've started. And, as people may not know, in the last video I made, I think I mentioned there's going to be like a Tilton Craft stitch along, so that's in full swing now, and there's a lot of people starting new ones. There are a few crazy people that have started like 3 or 4 new Tiltons, so I'm kind of, yeah, not that crazy. Apart from that, last night at like 4 o'clock in the morning, I finished the cross-stitching part of the gorgeous Winter Friend. So now I'm up to backstitch. There's a few special cross-stitch patches that I've got to put around, which are like snowflake sort of things. And there's just the backstitch, and there's some half stitch for like a shadow type of thing. So that's getting very close to being done. And once I finish this one, I will be aiming to finish the World of Cross Stitching magazine one. And once that one is finished, I will be starting on my first Heaven and Earth design one, which I was going to start last week, and now I'm just glad I didn't. I'm in the process of making a few cross stitch patterns. I've had a few ideas the last couple of days. Like, I've just been in like this super crafty mood, and I'm going to Spotlight tomorrow afternoon, so I can just go through and see if I can find stuff for my crafty goodness, because I've just been really into doing things apart from cross stitch lately. Which brings me to the other thing that I did. I should have these over here. So I ended up buying a set of dies, and they are, where did I put them? Here they are. So these are just two of them. So this is Scarlet and Turquoise. They're from Jacquard. They're called Dynaflow, and they're just little easy drop bottles. So you can control how much comes out, which is really good. And these will dye cottons and like a whole bunch of different types of fabric. So what I did is I hand dyed some of my own floss. So I'm going to put some close-ups of these, but basically this one is a really kind of bright colour one. So the colours are quite light, kind of bright. The green is kind of like a lime green. So this one's got green, blue, and then I mixed the orange in with the red. So it kind of has this really kind of, some sections are sort of more like a red, some are more like an orange, and they're really cool. The blends turned out really nice as well. And this was the first one that I did. And then I did this one, which is a bit darker. This one I mixed blue and yellow to make a bit of a darker green. I put some purple in there, like a dark purple. And then I put a mixture of, I put half turquoise and half of the dark blue that you get in the kit. And that's what's turned out. And I will have close-ups of these as well. So I'm going to be getting some more white threads when I go to Spotlight, and I will be making some more because that was actually really fun. It's really quick to do. The worst part is having to heat set it. I don't have a heat gun, and my dryer just doesn't work well at all. So I'm doing it with the hairdryer. And even on the lowest setting, the hairdryer is like blowing it off the table. So it's a little bit tricky, but I've worked out a way to do it. It just means that I then have to sit and untangle it, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. So the only other thing I can see being a problem with these is that they dry out a lot. So you might need to get some of that Thread Heaven stuff and use it with it. The lighter colour ones turned out really nice. It's still quite soft, but the darker colour one is a little bit stiff in places. So I don't know if these are going to be colour fast. I probably doubt it. I might get a little piece of scrap fabric and see how it goes, but for the time being they're really pretty and they're really nice. So these are the hand dyed flosses that I've done myself. So this one is just a purple with some blues and some greens, and I made it a bit of a darker green than that's in my last one. So it's not the neatest because it's really hard to keep them neat and heat set them. And the other one I did, a little lighter, a little more colourful. So this one is, it's got orange, some scarlet, some light green and some turquoise in there. And see if I can make it focus a little bit better. It's probably the best I'm going to get it to focus. But yes, it's a much lighter one, and they're really cool. Yeah, so on the weekend I went to the Blue Mountains with my housemate because he wanted to go looking for some clothes for a party he's going to on the weekend. And I was kind of pissed off because a lot of the stores in the Blue Mountains, not only are they not wheelchair accessible, but they're too cramped for me to even walk around in. So I actually spend most of my time sitting outside, waiting for Andrew to have a look at stuff. It was kind of depressing because I can't make myself walk that much anymore. And there's no way I would have left my chair out in the street because there's no way to put it in a lot of those stores. A lot of the stores there have steps to get into the stores, and then when you get inside it's just way too cramped. It's kind of ridiculous. But one of the places I could go into was an art store. And I spent quite a lot of time drooling over the Copic markers and the Prismacolor pencils, and they had some really nice like pencil sets and paint sets and stuff, and I just like, oh my god, I want everything. But what I ended up getting was they had the fine liners that I use for my tattoo designs and just drawing and stuff, and they had the 20 pack for 20 bucks, which this one's actually been marked down from 40, so there's no way I was going to walk away from that. So get the lid off. It's a little up there. So yeah, there are 20 different coloured markers in there to go along with the ones that I already have, which is good because I've been getting low on these. I've got some that are running low on ink. But yeah, because I also use the black ones to label my bobbins for my threads. So I always make sure to buy extras of the black. I think I went and bought another 4 a couple days ago. So that was really good. I got 20 of them. They come in like a nice little case too, so I don't need to buy more pencil cases, because that's the other thing that I have to keep buying because I have so many pens and pencils and everything else. So yeah, apart from that, I've already started getting some of my Christmas present stuff ready. So I've worked it out in a way that I'll still be able to buy myself little bits of stash as I go on, which is good because then I don't feel weird, because I like to buy things for myself occasionally. It makes me feel a bit better. And yeah, so I have my sister's presents ordered. They'll hopefully be here soon. One of them is on pre-order, so hopefully that one gets here by Christmas. And then my next pay, I'll be getting my mother's present. Pay after that, I'll be getting the one for my father. Pay after that, I'll be getting the presents for my other housemate. And during this whole period of time, I'm paying off the present for Andrew, my housemate. So, yeah. Christmas is getting sorted, and it's actually not going to be too expensive, which is good, because I don't have a lot of money. And, yeah, that's about it, I think. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing something very special in the next couple of days as well. I am going to be doing a little cross-stitch giveaway, and I mean emphasis on the little, because financially not a great time for me to be doing this, so I'm just going to do like a little digital one. And apart from that, I might actually have some new patterns to show you, because I am currently working on designing a couple of my own. And the plan is to put them up on my Etsy and sell them, so hopefully I get those done soon, because that would be pretty awesome. And I think that's about it that I have. I can't think of anything else exciting at the moment. I'm just trying to get some projects finished so I can start new ones and just not be completely overwhelmed. I still feel really bad because I haven't actually done any more work on Arthas. I haven't actually touched Arthas in quite a while, and I'm gonna hopefully pick him up this weekend. So what I might do is, if I finish the gorgeous one before the weekend, I might just spend the weekend working on Arthas for like 4 or 5 days, and then pick up the World of Cross Stitching one. So yeah, because I mean my goal for Arthas is to have the outline finished by Christmas, which, considering I haven't picked him up in like 6 to 8 weeks, that's not seeming so likely now. Oh wait, no, I lie, I did buy some other stash. I bought a Joan Elliott cross-stitch kit. I think it was sent off yesterday, posted yesterday. And I've also bought some fabric from Tammy at Colour Cascade Fabrics. Also, there is going to be a studio session sale this weekend for Colour Cascade, so I will link the group below. Because, I mean, there's always amazing fabrics and everybody wants them, so a little bit more competition. Probably not the greatest thing because I want all the fabrics, but I'll put the link down below, so if you're interested you can join in and hopefully get yourself some really nice hand-dyed fabrics. And I think that's it for now, so I will see you guys later.